Welcome back to Mordavia, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Quest for Glory 4, Shadows of Darkness. And I had intended to go to sleep and wake up the next morning before I started my recording. However, as I tried to sleep, it was announced that I heard crying downstairs. So let's go check it out. This is the same night where the last episode I tried to help Tanya and Toby and also spoke with Katrina.
As you enter the hallway, you hear someone faintly crying downstairs. The crying is coming from the door below the stairs. That's the innkeeper's room. The cries are coming from behind this door. You can hear the voices of the innkeeper and his wife.
You must accept it, Bella. Tanya is dead. You will never see her again.
No, I cannot believe it. She can't be. I know she's alive. I know she will come back to us.
Crying will not bring her back to us. This is foolish. Just go to sleep.
How can I sleep when my baby is not safe? She is at the castle. I know she must be.
Then she must be dead. Bella, there is nothing we can do.
The cries fade off to quiet sobs.
Alright, well maybe that was what I needed to be able to do this.
Unlock the door to your room and go in.
Let's get some rest.
You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Now there's one thing I'm worried about, which is, even though I am a paladin, I do have magic user abilities. And there is a side quest that the magic user character has to do before they're allowed to do the Tanya quest. It's a specific and special quest only for the magic user, and I'm not going to tell you about it because I don't want to give it away. But I'm wondering if because I do have magic user spells, and because some magic user events have happened to me, that maybe I need to do that quest. We're going to find out in this episode.
Nothing like a good breakfast to get you off to a good start in the morning.
Alright, but before I do that, I'm going to try one other thing too, which is my good old friends, the gypsies.
You are always on the go, my friend. Take care.
Hello. Do you have any news?
Okay.
Boris came back to visit me. We had a lot.
Alright, I think that's it. I think I finished this side quest.
That's my husband.
Let's get another healing potion.
It is good to see you again.
Not since you last talked to me about it.
You're ill. Here you are.
Alright, see you later, bud.
Of course.
Alright, let's get out of here. It's funny how the pumpkins turn into jack-o'-lanterns at night when I don't see any type of faces carved into them during the day. Perhaps they're magical. Let's just quickly see if there's anything new I could say to Boris.
Hello. You know, it is nice to be able to snuggle with my Olga again on these cold nights. Thank you for getting us back together.
No problem.
Goodbye.
All right. It's gypsy time. If I don't get attacked by a bunny or something on the way. Okay. Come on. Easy peasy.
The gypsies generally...
Yeah. Hello again.
Last night I had a most strange vision. I saw you standing in the forest. You were not near any water, yet I thought you were fishing. You threw something into the air that looked like a bird, and yet not a bird. The bushes rustled, then started moving towards the strange yellow bird. That was all I saw. It was most strange.
Yeah, I handled that bush pretty well.
You tell about your meeting with Katrina.
I have no knowledge of such a person. Much is strange about your story. I would not entirely trust this Katrina if I were you.
I agree.
You tell about Rakesh and your adventures in Tana.
That took place in the third game.
You fought a demon? Oh, then perhaps you can drive off the Dar. But no, we must not even think of such things. It is far too dangerous to speak of it. The magician Irana's death is shrouded in mystery. I do not know her true fate, but I only know that her staff protects the town, and her garden protects anyone in need of safety. The staff of Irana has a great deal of magic. It protects the town from the undead, although, between you and me, the townspeople do not know it. But I had a vision of it one night. I heard it speak in a dream. It told me how it protected the town and of its destiny spell. When the staff spoke no more, I saw a most beautiful crystal floating in the air. The staff touched it, and the crystal shattered. Oh, that was all I saw. In my vision, the staff said that it would guard the town until it cast its destiny spell. That one day, someone would bring a dead loved one before the staff. That person would trade his life force through the staff. The dead would rise, alive and well, though the one who gave his life for the dead would never know. That would be a true sacrifice, done with foreknowledge and with much love. The staff still stands in the town, so I do not think anyone has been willing to make such a sacrifice.
Gosh, how convenient that that happens just as I need it, and just as there's someone who could potentially make a sacrifice.
Irana's garden is to the south, and a little west of here. It is a very good place to rest and heal. There used to be a small bush whose fruit was sweet and filling, and always available. But someone dug it up and took it. Why anyone would do such a thing, I do not know. There is a tree whose fruit will restore magic to those who use it, but only a magical spell can get the fruit.
If I have any more visions about you, I will let you know.
All right.
You say goodbye.
Good hunting.
All right, so they've told us about the spell of destiny. That might be all I need to know, but it might not. So, I'm going to go and spend the night at Irana's. Or not. I'm going to get lost. Now, really? I'm just littering the forest floor with dead buddies. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you know the drill. I'm going to rest here until nighttime. Then we'll try the castle again. And this will also tell me, as I leave the garden, if I have to pursue the mage's path as well. So, be back in a bit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and the nighttime is the right time, so let's get out of here. Okay, so it appears that we do not have to do the mage's subquest, because if we had, a magical fountain would have appeared lying there on the ground. And it didn't, so I presume that that is unnecessary. Oh, no, we're just going to leave you do your thing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll all go ahead and pause the recording until we get back to Tanya's room. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I think we will be able to complete our quest. So it was either overhearing Bella crying in her bedroom, or learning about the destiny spell from the gypsies, but one of the two things worked, and we can now proceed.
You tell about Irana's staff, and how it can make Tanya back into a real little girl again.
I like the staff. It always made such pretty flowers in town. You say it will make me all better, and I won't be a bad thing anymore?
You nod your head.
Oh, Toby, I can see my mommy and Daddy again. Toby asks, what else will the staff do?
You try to explain about sacrifice.
Toby says he understands. He says you should take us to the staff now, so I can be with my mommy and Daddy again. Oh, it feels weird here. Kinda happy. Icky. I'm scared. I know you'll protect me, Toby, but who will protect you? Okay, Toby. I'll protect you.
You cast the ritual of release.
The sacrifice of life for love. Your love for the child is great.
You see Toby silently nod his head.
Will you trade your life to give life to the child? Will you die willingly for the one you love?
No, Toby, no!
So shall the sacrifice be done. So is the sacrifice complete. I am again the staff of Irana.
sorry, Toby. I didn't protect you too good, did I? I love you too, Toby.
You take the sobbing child in your arms and carry her to the inn. You awaken her parents and are overwhelmed by their gratitude and joy. It is long before you manage to escape to the peace of your own room for what is left of the night. You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Man, the feels in this game. First saving the Rosalka, and then the little kid, and then, oh, we're reuniting the ghosts of Nikolai and Anna.
I must thank you for saving our Tanya. You have brought joy again into our lives. We are in your debt.
Well, I guess you could start by making me some breakfast.
It's sausage and peppers fried with garlic.
I don't know how we can ever thank you enough. It's such a joy to have my little Tanya home again.
Hey, Tanya, what's going on?
I didn't like him. He didn't like me. He didn't like Katrina either. They were always having fights, but he had to do what she told him to do, and that made him very mad. I liked Trina. She was kind to me and gave me lots of nice things. She even taught me to read and write, but I'll never go back to her. I want to stay with my mommy and daddy. Toby was my best friend in all the world, and I miss him. I wish he could come and live with us here. I'm happy to be home again. Everyone in town has come to see me and talk to me, and it's fun to be important. I like it.
Oh, my Tanya is her cheerful, loving self again. I could never thank you enough for the kindness you have shown us all.
Well, I mean, I am a hero. It's what we do. I'm a paladin hero, too, which is like 2 times a hero.
I knew Tanya was alive somewhere. I never lost hope that she would return.
Bella, you heard his story. Tanya was dead, an undead, a Nosferatu.
She is fine right now, isn't she? As long as she's alive and well, what does it matter? I don't understand with all this talk about vampires and Tanya. She has returned healthy and happy, and this is what's important. Of course, I will never forgive the woman who stole my baby from me. Still, I think I can understand her a little bit. I, too, have always wanted a child such as Tanya. I am only overjoyed to have my Tanya back.
Yuri, what do you have to say about all this?
Oh, she is her joyful self again. The sound of a child's voice is the sweetest of music. We will do our best to show our love and never, never let her be afraid of the dark again. I have always found it difficult to express emotion. Mordavian men are not supposed to show such things. Yet I cried freely when you brought Tanya back to us. I cannot remember ever being so happy. I do not know what to make of Tanya's stories about vampires. It is hard to imagine my lovely daughter as an undead. Gladly, though, I would go to the castle and drive a stake through the heart of the one who stole our daughter from us.
Easy there, buddy. Leave the staking to me, the certified hero.
You tell again how Toby sacrificed himself for Tanya.
He may have looked like a monster, but he obviously had a heart and mind of great kindness.
Remind the innkeeper that the vampires are still in the castle, and there may be other attempts at getting Tanya.
We understand, and we will make certain no vampire can come near her again.
All right, well, cool.
You have brought real joy to Mordavia by bringing Tanya back. When she was stolen, it was as if all the laughter here had been taken as well. You gave us back our happiness. You do not need to go looking for trouble. It will always find you. Please take care.
You guys all realize that you could have had more kids, right? I mean, it's pretty simple. Do you have anything to say about Tanya?
I know only what legends tell of them.
Nope, I guess not. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, that is the end of this episode. We have rescued Tanya at the cost of Toby's life. Toby, in the end, was a true hero. And so am I, because there's still more Quest for Glory 4 Shadows of Darkness to come. We have to now go to the penultimate end of the game. So once again, I am Marcus Aurelius. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.